Hello all. Hope you all are doing good. Today, welcome to my channel Kannada for Kids. Today I have chosen 4th standard Kannada textbook, Savi Kannada textbook. And on request, I'm doing this lesson 5, Ajjiya Thotadalli Ondu Dina. So let's start off with the lesson. So the title of the lesson is Ajjiya Thotadalli Ondu Dina. Ajji is grandmother, grandma. Tota is garden. Ondu Dina is one day. One day at grandma's garden. That is the title of this lesson. So let's see. So from the title, you know, right? It is about a garden, a visit to a garden. Maybe it's about plants and trees and many more things in the garden. So let's see what it is about. Okay. So in the beginning, if they have given few pictures and asked us to identify ಈ ಬೆಳೆಗಳ ಹೆಸರೇನೆಂದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಹೇಳಿ. So they've asked us to identify these crops. ಬೆಳೆ is crops. Okay, you can just identify and write their names. Now let's move on to the lesson. ಮಲೆನಾಡ ತಪ್ಪಲಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಊರು ಕಣಬೂರು. ತಪ್ಪಲು is foothill, side hill. That is the bottom of a hill. Okay. So Malenadu is the Western Ghat region of Karnataka. Malenadu is the Ghat, Western Ghats region where in Karnataka is called as Malenadu. ಮಲೆನಾಡ ತಪ್ಪಲಿನಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಒಂದು ಊರು ಕಣಬೂರು. ಊರು is a small village. Kanaburu is the name of that village. So there is a village by the name Kanaburu in Malenadu at the foothills. So this Western Ghats, this Malenadu region is fully covered with mountains and greenery. It's a ghat section. It's a ghat. So it's a forest area. ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಹಿರಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಶಾಲೆ. ಹಿರಿಯ ಪ್ರಾಥಮಿಕ ಶಾಲೆ means senior primary school. There was a primary school in that village. ಆ ಶಾಲೆಯ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಕಿಶೋರನ ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಗುರುಗಳೊಂದಿಗೆ ಹೊರಸಂಚಾರ ಹೊರಟರು. ಹೊರಸಂಚಾರ is picnic. Okay, outdoor activity you must be having, right? So you go for a visit to a post office or a fire station or a garden like that. These children, the children of this school, they all went for a picnic. To where? To Kishorana Ajjiya Tota. Kishora was a boy in that school. So Kishore's grandmother, she had a garden. Tota is garden, right? So they all went for a picnic to her garden. ಕಿಶೋರನ ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ಮನೆ ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ತಪ್ಪಲಿನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. So Kishore's ajji is grandmother. Grandmother's house is at the mountain foothill. Betta is mountain. Tappalu, as I told you, is foothill. So her house is just below a mountain. ಮನೆಯ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಗುಡ್ಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೇರು ಮರಗಳಿವೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿಹೈಂಡ್ ದ ಹೌಸ್, ಹಿಂದೆ is behind, ಮನೆ is house. So behind the house there is a small hill. Gudda is hill, betta is mountain, a bigger mountain. Hill is a small mountain, right? So behind the house, in the small hill, there are lot of cashew trees. Geru mara is cashew trees. There are lot of cashew trees in that place. ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟ ದಾಟಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಭತ್ತದ ಗದ್ದೆಗಳಿವೆ. ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟ is betel nut plantation. In Malenadu, they grow a lot of betel nut, ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟ. Okay, so after that Geru mara, cashew trees, you will get betel nut plantation. And after you cross that, dati munde hodare is cross that. After you cross that betel nut plantation, you will get paddy field. Bhattada gadde. Gadde is field. Bhatta is paddy, rice. So there is paddy field in that. ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಗದ್ದೆಯ ಹತ್ತಿರ ಬಂದು ತಲುಪಿದರು. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರೀಚ್ ದ field now, paddy field now. All the children, ಮಕ್ಕಳೆಲ್ಲರೂ, all the children have reached the paddy field now. ಇದು ಯಾವ ಬೆಳೆ ಎಂದು ಪೀಟರ್ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸಿದ. ಬೆಳೆ is crop. Now Peter is a small boy in that group and he is questioning the teacher. Which crop is this? ಇದು ಭತ್ತದ ಬೆಳೆ ಎಂದರು ಗುರುಗಳು. As I told you, bhatta is paddy, rice. So the teacher, gurugalu is teacher. So what is the teacher replying? This is the paddy crop. Oh, idena bhattada pairu? Oh, is this the paddy crop? He says. Pairu is small plant. Sasi or pairu is a small plant. ತೆನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಕೈಯಿಂದ ಮುಟ್ಟಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸಿದ ಪೀಟರ್. So he's touching the ear of the paddy, tip part of the plant. So when if you have seen a paddy crop, you will see a tip part of the plant where the seeds, the paddy grows. So that is called as tene. Okay, ear of the paddy. They say it's ear of the corn, ear of the paddy, like that. So it is a tip part of the plant. It is called as tene. So what is Peter doing? He is touching the tene, tip part of the plant, and he is questioning. Oh, is this the paddy crop? He is questioning. ಒಂದು ಭತ್ತದ ತೆನೆಯನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ತುಕೊಟ್ಟು plucked. ಕಿತ್ತುಕೊಟ್ಟು is plucked. So ತಗೋ ಇದನ್ನು ಬಿಡಿಸಿ ನೋಡು ಎಂದರು ಗುರುಗಳು. So what did the teacher do? He is asking questions, right? Peter is asking so many questions. So the teacher explained it how by he just plucked one of the plants and gave it to Peter and said, you just segregate it and see. If you just open it up, open the tip of that crop, you will find many rice, many bhatta, right? Paddy inside it. So the teacher wanted Peter to examine and see what it is. So he just plucked the plant and gave it to Peter. ಶೀಲಾ ತಾನು ಒಂದು ತೆನೆ ಕೀಳಲು ಬಾಗಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಕಪ್ಪೆ ಚಂಗನೆ ಕುಪ್ಪಳಿಸಿತು. So there's this another girl by name Sheila. So she also was very curious to know how it looks. So she just bent forward. Bagidaga is bent down. To keelalu is pluck another plant. So what happened? Suddenly a frog, kappe is frog, jumped from there. There was a frog. ಸರಸರ ಒಂದು ಹಾವು ಹತ್ತಿರದಲ್ಲೇ ಹರಿದು ಹೋಯಿತು. ಹಾವು is snake. So if there is a frog, there must be a snake also, right? So the frog, the snake is there, has come to catch the frog. As soon as the frog jumped away, a snake, havu is snake, hattira is near, close by. So there was a snake also close by. It just moved. Saridu hoitu. It moved away. Makkalu bhayadinda hinde negedaru. We all will be scared, right? If we see a snake. So the children were also very scared. Bhaya is scared. And they just came back. ಹೆದರಬೇಡಿ, ಅವು ನಮಗೆ ಏನೂ ಮಾಡುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೆದರಬೇಡಿ is don't be scared. They will not harm us. They will not do anything for us. ಹಾವು Kappe, havu is snake. Kappe is frog. Kita, kita is insect. Hakki is bird. Mola, rabbit. Handi, pig. ಮುಂಗುಸಿ ಮಂಗೂಸ್ ಮುಂತಾದ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ತೋಟದ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಇರುತ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ these plants will be usually found in and around the gardens. Okay, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ is in and around. So the teacher is explaining, don't get scared, they will not harm us in any way. These animals, the snake, frogs, insects, birds, rabbits, pigs, mongoose, all these animals are usually found in and around the gardens. The teacher is telling the children. Next, ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಮಾತನಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಗದ್ದೆಯ ಬದುವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದು ತೋಡು ದಾಟಿ ಅಡಿಕೆ ತೋಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದರು. ಸೊ now the children are talking to each other happily and they just walk at the border of the gadde. Gadde is field. They're just walking at the border and they just cross that plantation. Todo is plantation. And now come to Adike Tota. Adike Tota is beetle nut plantation. They come there. ತೋಟದ ನಡುವೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿದ್ದ ಒಂದು ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನು ಹೆಕ್ಕಿದ ಮೇರಿ. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದ ನಡುವೆ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್, in the plantation, in the garden, in the field, there was a fruit that had fallen down. Hannu is fruit. So what did Mary do? She just picked up that fruit. Hekkida is pick. And what did she say? Oh, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ ಎಂದಳು. So she said, oh, look here. Here is a cucumber. ಸೌತೆಕಾಯಿ is cucumber. ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಹೀರೆಕಾಯಿ ಎಂದನು ರಫೀಕ್. Rafiq, another boy, he responded. He said, no, that's not a cucumber. It's a ridge gourd. ಹೀರೆಕಾಯಿ is ridge gourd. ಎರಡೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಕೋಕೋ ಹಣ್ಣು. ಇದನ್ನು ಚಾಕೊಲೇಟ್ ತಯಾರಿಸಲು ಬಳಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. Now the teacher is saying it is not cucumber, it's not even ridge gourd. It's actually a cocoa fruit. Cocoa is used for what? It's used to prepare chocolates, all our favorite chocolate. ಯಾವುದೋ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಿತ್ತು ಹಾಕಿದೆ. So there is a cocoa plant also in that garden. So there's some animal has plucked it. ಬಹುಶಃ ಅಳಿಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ಎಂದರು ಗುರುಗಳು. So the teacher is guessing, maybe ಬಹುಶಃ is maybe, not exactly maybe. It was the squirrel. The squirrel might have, alilu is squirrel. A squirrel might have plucked it, the teacher is saying. So now they all are exploring all the plants, right? Next, let's see what they do. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದನ್ನು ಕಂಡ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಓಡಿದರು. So by then, ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ is by then. Ajji, they saw Ajji there, the grandmother. She was doing something in the garden. All the children ran to her. ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ಮುಳ್ಳುಗಳು ಇರಬಹುದು. ನಿಧಾನ is slowly. Mullu is thorns. So she is warning them. Come slowly. There might be lot of thorns. Right? If you go to a park or a garden, there'll be a lot of thorns on the ground. So she is warning them. ಎಚ್ಚರಿಸಿದರು ಅಜ್ಜಿ. ಎಚ್ಚರಿಸು is warning them. ಇದೇನು ಇಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಗುಂಡಿ ತೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಎಂದು ಮಹೇಶ ಪ್ರಶ್ನಿಸಿದನು. ಗುಂಡಿ is pit or ditch. So the Ajji has done lot of many pits there on the ground. So Mahesh is wondering, what is this for? He is asking. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಾರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಹಣ್ಣಿನ ಗಿಡ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಡಬೇಕು. So what are these pits for, she has done all these for them to plant one fruit plant. Nedabeku is plant. Plant as in the verb plant. You plant a plant, right? Planting is nedabeku is planting. So the Ajji is saying we all have to plant a hannina gida, a fruit plant in each of these pitch, each of these pits. Okay. ಬೇಡಪ್ಪ, ನನ್ನ ಕೈ ಕೊಳೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆ, ನನ್ನ ಅಮ್ಮ ಬೈಯುತ್ತಾಳೆ ಎಂದಳು ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ. ಸೊ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ is saying, no, 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 I won't do it. I won't touch all that. My hands will be dirty if I touch. Kole is dirty. My hands will be dirty and my mother will scold me, she's saying, Ashwini. ಚೊಕ್ಕದ ಚಿಕ್ಕಮ್ಮ ಬಾರೆ ಎಂದು ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡಿದರ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್. Tamasha is fun, making fun. So Muhammad is making fun of her. What is he saying? He is saying chokkada chikkamma. Chokkada chikkamma is usually a common phrase that is used to call somebody when the person is acting very clean, not willing to dirty themselves. So when a person is acting very clean and neat and they're not willing to dirty their hands or legs, so they call that person chokkada chikkamma. Chokka is clean. Chokkada chikkamma. So Muhammad is calling Ashwini chokkada chikkamma. ಕೈ ಕೆಸರಾದರೆ ಬಾಯಿ ಮೊಸರು ಎಂದು ಹೇಳುತ್ತಾ ಒಂದು ಗಿಡ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು ನೆಡಲು ಆರಂಭಿಸಿದನು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಮೊಹಮ್ಮದ್ ಡೂ? He just said another saying. So now first he said chokkada chikkamma. Now he is using another saying. Kai kesaradare bai mosaru. It's a popular saying in Kannada. It actually means you'll be able to enjoy the fruit tomorrow only if you dirty your hands today or work hard today. That is, it just tells us about the hard work. If we do work today, only then we'll be enjoy its result tomorrow. Okay, so like that. So no, only if we dirty our hands and plant today, we'll be able to have relish of fruit in coming days. So that is the meaning of this proverb or saying. So he is just saying that proverb and he started to plant a plant. ಅಂತೆಯೇ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಗಿಡ ನೆಟ್ಟರು. So the Ajji is ready with all the pits for the children to plant. So they all planted a plant. ಕೈ ತೊಳೆದು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಹಣ್ಣನ್ನು ತಿಂದು ತೋಟದಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತಾಡಿದರು. So now after planting, what did Ajji give? Ajji gave them a fruit to eat, and they ate only after washing their hands. They can't eat just like that, isn't it? So kai toledu is washed hands. They all washed their hands and later Ajji gave them a fruit to eat and they ate that fruit and they just roamed around. Suttadidaru is roamed around all over in the garden. ತೋಟದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಬಾಳೆ, ಅಡಿಕೆ, ತೆಂಗು, ಕಾಳುಮೆಣಸು, ಕಾಫಿ, ಏಲಕ್ಕಿ ಮೊದಲಾದ ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದರು. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಡಿಡ್ ದೇ ಸಾ? They saw ಬಾಳೆ, banana, adike is betel nut, in tengu is coconut, kalu menasu is pepper, coffee, coffee, and elakki is cardamom. So many were there in that garden, so they just saw all these plants. And what happens? Ajji, havina mari. So now they have already seen a snake, right? In the beginning. So now there, what did they see? In the Kiruchidalu, Sheila saw. She just saw a baby snake. She's shouting. So what did the Ajji say? Adu havalla, erehulu. Erehulu is earthworm. It's not a snake. You must have seen an earthworm. Have you seen? It will be there in the pots also, small pots also. So she's saying it's not a snake or baby snake. It's an earthworm. ಇದನ್ನು ರೈತನ ಮಿತ್ರ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. ರೈತನ ಮಿತ್ರ is farmer's friend. So earthworm is called as a farmer's friend. Why? Because ಇದರ ಸಹಾಯದಿಂದ ಎರೆಗೊಬ್ಬರ ತಯಾರಿಸುತ್ತಾರೆ. So with the help of this earthworm, they actually prepare gobbara. Gobbara is manure. They prepare manure with the help of this erehulu, earthworm. So it is called as farmer's friend ಎಂದು ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದರು. So that is what a teacher is trying to educate the children, tell the children. ನಾನು ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಬಳಸುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. Now Ajji is telling. ರಾಸಾಯನಿಕ is chemical. So Ajji is telling, I don't use chemical manure at all. ಎರೆಗೊಬ್ಬರ, ಹಟ್ಟಿ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ, ಕೋಳಿ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಮೊದಲಾದ ಸಾವಯವ ಗೊಬ್ಬರ ಬಳಸಿ ಉತ್ತಮ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಾವಯವ is organic, without free of chemicals, without any chemicals. So Ajji is saying, I use eregobbara. These are all the forms of organic manures. 3 different organic manures. So she's saying, I use eregobbara, hatti gobbara, koli gobbara. So I use all these organic manures and I get very good crops from them. So we don't always need chemicals to grow crops or get good yield. We need good organic manure to get good yield. ಎಂದರು ಅಜ್ಜಿ. So this is what Ajji is saying. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದ ಶರಣಪ್ಪ. Now Sharanappa is another boy in the group. So he is observing all this, listening to everyone. Now it's time for him to talk. What does he say? Sir, ನಮ್ಮ ಊರು ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿ. I stayed, that is my native place is Ballari. Ballari is another is another district in Karnataka. So he is saying, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜೋಳ, ಮೆಣಸು, ಶೇಂಗಾ ಮತ್ತು ತೊಗರಿ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. So there we grow maize. Jola is maize, menasu is chili, shenga is groundnut, togari is tur dal. So we grow these things. We don't grow the crops that are grown here, he's saying. ಹೌದು, ಮಣ್ಣಿನ ಗುಣ ಮತ್ತು ಹವಾಮಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೆಳೆ ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂದರು ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರು is also ಗುರುಗಳು. It is teacher. So what is a teacher replying? Yes, according to the soil, characteristics of the soil, there were different varieties of soil, right? So according to the soil that is available there, and also according to the climate of that region, accordingly, anugunavagi is accordingly, according to that, the different crops are grown at different places. The teacher is explaining him. ನಮ್ಮ ಊರು ಪಶ್ಚಿಮ ಘಟ್ಟದ ತಪ್ಪಲಿನಲ್ಲಿದೆ. So we stay in Western Ghats region. Okay, ಬೆಟ್ಟಗುಡ್ಡ ಮರಗಳಿಂದ ಕೂಡಿರುವ ಪ್ರದೇಶವಾದುದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇರಳವಾಗಿ ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳುತ್ತದೆ. So now we are surrounded with mountains and hills. Mara is again trees. We are surrounded with all these trees and mountains and hills, and we get lot of rain. Herala is lot, abundance. So in the Western Ghats section, the lot of you can get rain throughout the year. So the lot of rain, it is a rainy region. ಆದುದರಿಂದ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ನೀರು ಬೇಕಾದ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತೇವೆ. So that is the reason why we grow plants, we grow crops that need more water. Otherwise, if we grow plants which need less water, with the amount of water we get here, the plants will die. So we have to grow plants according to the climate, according to the rainfall, according to the soil, according to the weather. So that is why it's different here and different there. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನ ಕಡೆ ಮಳೆ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬೀಳುವುದರಿಂದ ಆ ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನು ಬೆಳೆಯುತ್ತಾರೆ. So since in Ballari, but Ballari region is a dry land, it's a dry region, there's less rainfall in that region, so they grow crops that are suitable to their region, to their climate and soil. So that is what the Ajji is explaining to him. Okay, ಸೊ ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗಾಗಿ ರುಚಿಯಾದ ಅಡುಗೆ ಸಿದ್ಧವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ರುಚಿಯಾದ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಸ್ಟಿ, ಅಡುಗೆ ಇಸ್ ಫುಡ್, ಸಿದ್ಧ ಇಸ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಸೊ ಬೈ ನಾವ್ ಅಜ್ಜಿ's house for children, a very tasty food was ready for the children. By the time they did all this, they talked so much and roamed everywhere in the garden. So by then food was ready for them. ಕೈ ಕಾಲು ತೊಳೆದು ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬನ್ನಿ ಎಂದು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕರೆದರು. ತೊಳೆದು ಇಸ್ ವಾಶ್. Now Ajji is very particular about cleanliness, right? So she's saying, you just go wash yourself, clean your hands and come to have lunch ಎಂದು ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಕರೆದಳು. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ಜೊತೆ ಊಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊರಟರು. So all the children, they all go along with Ajji for lunch. ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ಮನೆ ಅಂಗಳದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದ ಯಂತ್ರವನ್ನು ಕಂಡ ಶೀಲಾ, ಇದೇನು ಗುರುಗಳೇ ಎಂದಳು. ಅಜ್ಜಿಯ ಮನೆಯ ಅಂಗಳ is veranda, a place that is there outside the house, a small sit out like place. So in the villages it will be there, a small sit out where people can sit in the evening and they chat, right? So that place, the children are sitting there. Now there is a yantra, machine, kept there in that veranda. So Sheila is wondering, what is this, teacher? Gurugale is teacher. What is this, teacher? She is asking, pointing towards the machine. Idu gadde uluva yantra. So this is the machine that is used to plow the fields. Plow, ulu is plow the field. ಹಿಂದೆ ನೇಗಿಲು, ನೊಗ, ಎತ್ತು, ಕೋಣ ಬಳಸಿ ಹೊಲ ಉಳುತ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ನೇಗಿಲು, ನೊಗ ಆರ್ ದ instruments that were used to plow land. Negilu is the plow, Noga is yoke, bullocks, Yattu Kona bullocks. They used to do it with the help of bullocks, right? They used to use the ox and plow the land. ಈಗ ಹೊಸ ಸಾಧನಗಳು ಬಂದಿವೆ. Now we have new instruments. ಸಾಧನ is instruments ಎಂದರು ಗುರುಗಳು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೆಷಿನರಿ ನೌ ಟು ಪ್ಲೋ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ರುಚಿಯಾದ ಊಟ ಮುಗಿಸಿದರು. ದೇ ಆಲ್ ಫಿನಿಶ್ ದೇರ್ ಲಂಚ್. ಟೇಸ್ಟಿ ಲಂಚ್. ರುಚಿಯಾದ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಸ್ಟಿ ಲಂಚ್. ಕೈ ತೊಳೆಯಲು ಹೋದ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ. ಸೊ ನೌ ಅಶ್ವಿನಿ has gone to wash her hand after her lunch. What does she see there? ಇದೋ ನೋಡಿ, ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗುಂಡಿಗಳು ಇವೆ. ಗುಂಡಿ is, as I told you, it's a pit. So here also she saw small pits everywhere. She says, look here, there's so many pits here also. ಇವು ಇಂಗು ಗುಂಡಿಗಳು. ಈ ಗುಂಡಿಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ಮಳೆಯ ನೀರನ್ನು ಇಂಗಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. So these are rainwater harvesting pits. Okay, so you must be knowing about rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting is a method where the rainwater is saved. It's actually made to the ground absorbs the rainwater, collects it, and it is used for other purpose. So this is a rainwater harvesting pit. So they actually ingisu is absorb. They are used to absorb the rainwater. ಇದು ಅಂತರ್ಜಲ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಅಂತರ್ಜಲ is groundwater. Why do we do rainwater harvesting? It is to increase the level of groundwater. So, with the help of these rainwater harvesting pits, groundwater increases. ಇದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀರು ಎಂದು ಕಡಿಮೆಯಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಂದರು ಅಜ್ಜಿ. So Ajji is saying, so because of this, the well we have, bavi is well. In rural areas, every house has a well. You must have seen. So in this, because of this rainwater harvesting pits, the rainwater is well absorbed into the ground, and our well is always filled with water. We never have any scarcity of water in our well. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ನಾವು ಮಳೆ ಕೊಯ್ಲು ಮತ್ತು ಅಂತರ್ಜಲದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚಿಸೋಣ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ important. The teacher felt this is a very important topic which needs to be discussed in the class. So he is saying, children, we will discuss rainwater harvesting and groundwater in class. Taragati is class. So we'll discuss these things in the class. ಈಗ ಅಜ್ಜಿಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳಿ ಹೊರಡೋಣ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದ is thanks. So now it's time for you to tell thank Ajji. So now just tell her thanks and we will leave. ಎಂದರು ಗುರುಗಳು. ಅಷ್ಟರಲ್ಲಿ ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೋಡಂಬಿ ಹಂಚಿದರು. Now it's time for Ajji to give all the children godambi. Godambi is cashew. They grow cashew, right? In the beginning itself you saw. So she gave them all cashews to eat. ಮಕ್ಕಳು ತಿನ್ನುತ್ತಾ ಶಾಲೆ ಕಡೆ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆ ಹಾಕಿದರು. So now they all ate the cashews and they started moving towards the school. This is the poem. ರೈತ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಅನ್ನದಾತ. Annadata is the one who gives us food to eat. Who is the one who gives us food to eat? Our farmers, right? Farmers. Without farmers, we will not have food to eat at all. So we have to thank our farmers. They do so much of hard work and give us plenty of food to eat, right? So let's all thank our beloved farmers. So this is the lesson. I hope you understood the lesson, and I would like to have a feedback of you all and of how you're feeling about the videos. And it is also important for me if you can subscribe for the channel. Please subscribe so that you will get regular notifications of my newly updated videos. So also let me know which class, which lesson you want me to take up next. Please share your feedback. It will help me make more effective videos. I hope you all understood the lesson. Please subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you with the next lesson soon. Thank you. Bye.